All right, it's recording. So what's up, guys? This is Matt. This is the Matt that I spoke, like I mentioned in all my Amazon videos. Like he is the pretty much the only reason like I'm selling on Amazon, and one, the only reason I'm selling on Amazon. Two, the only person I know selling this amount of fucking money, and three, like he was the only person willing to share. Right? At the level that he's got to, it's kind of amazing that he even bothered to share this type of stuff. But anyway, so hey Matt, so I just want to ask you. So tell me, who the fuck are you? What's your name? How old are you? Where you live? How long you been selling on Amazon and all that good stuff?
Okay, yeah, I'm Matt Gambrell, 29 years old.
Are you 29?
What is it? I'm
I
29.
yeah, I feel like a dumbass. You're 5 years younger than I am.
But yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm about to be 30, so I'm panicking. I'm going through a midlife crisis right now. But I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I've lived here my whole life. So I've been selling on Amazon. Well, I've been selling online like for about 3 years now.
Hmm.
Kind of dabbled on eBay. Originally, just to recap, I thought I invented drop shipping, and then like kind of actually got in touch with a few people that were doing DSD,
Yeah.
and then as things started moving along, I was just selling stuff from Goodwill, and then kind of like getting into the DSD model, and just flipping stuff around, inside the house, but Goodwill, and then started adding obviously like stuff you just get from retail online stores and stuff like that. My first item I ever sold was like an air purifier, and I'll never forget it. I like made like $7 or $8, but that was on eBay, and then I transitioned everything just to full fledged Amazon. Once I kind of saw how powerful it was, once you got the buy box. I've been selling on Amazon for right around, this would be the second year, like officially
Hmm.
today, like almost this is literally 2 years exactly.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and since then, we've pretty much just tremendously skyrocketed everything we've done sales wise. A lot of people ask me, do I do drop shipping and Amazon and FBA as well? And the answer is yes to that. I do both, but obviously my area of expertise is drop shipping. And the biggest thing is you want to focus on have one specialty that you can just master, and that's what I always suggest for certain people that are trying to do that. It's hard to be the best in every single arena. So you got to pick kind of like one skill. You can't be the best basketball player, the best football player, the best baseball player. Kind of good to focus on one.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I brought that up. Like people ask me why I keep selling on eBay. It's like why not? Like it took me long enough to figure out how to sell on eBay, right? So I mean, not, I'm getting into Amazon because of you, but anyway, yeah, go ahead, go ahead. But okay, how much have you sold like last year? What what were your numbers like?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Last year I did about 3.5 million in gross sales. So this year we've already in the first pretty much in the first quarter, because I have multiple accounts and stuff like that. In the first quarter, I already passed that.
And why? Okay, so for before, let me just so guys, those of you on YouTube looking at this, Matt sent me a screenshot. I'm opening it now of one of the accounts. So if you look here, it says year to date. So it's from the beginning of this year till June 12th. I think today is the 13th, so that's yesterday. And this account has sold 2.5, pretty much 2.6 million. That's fucking
Right, and
nuts.
if you look at the year before, that was for the entire year. So if you notice that it
This
was
is half the. Oh yeah, because at the bottom here, I see year before it was 2.949 for the year. Fuck. And
yeah, so that's up big for this year compared to the all of last year.
yeah,
So
so you pretty much double.
keep in mind, that's the pace they were trying to go, and we have gone. So and of course, there's other accounts that I have and stuff like that. But it just shows you the power of how you can scale something in just such a short period of time.
And why you have why multiple accounts? Working with different people, you just like why? And I'm only asking that because I know someone will comment on the video and ask why you have multiple accounts. But
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with drop shipping, I mean, it's going to be something where I've always felt comfortable. I'm very like I guess anal in a sense of risk management,
mhm.
and that you always hear like Grant bunch of motivational speakers, I'll always say, don't rely on one source of income. However, by having multiple, accounts that are completely separate, a separate LLC, separate entity from each other, isolated from each other, you can kind of hedge it in certain ways. Should anything arise, or anything does happen, I mean, everybody has at some point that I know of has gotten suspended or had accounts at risk, and you just like to be have all your bases covered at all times. So in that way, it does protect you. That's also another reason why I like to also do FBA and have other other marketplaces that I sell on and stuff like that. But it ends up being more advantageous in the long run to be able to spread yourself across the board, so that you're always safe. So that's how I like to think and operate. And especially when you scale up, you just want to always make sure, because you definitely
Yeah, because a lot of money. Like one, if you're selling 2.6 million in half a year on one, what's the margin? The margin more than 10%. Like what is the margins? Like I've seen some of your fucking cashback accounts, which is retarded, right? But so what is the?
right. So total. I mean, if you want to say like with cashback, with everything, I show the Plum card and stuff like that where we use that. Across the board, I would say it'd be like a hard 12 to 13%. But so Christmas is a little bit different, like fourth quarter, because you can raise your margins and still get tremendous volume. But I mean, I'd say that if you want to factor in the Christmas volume and with the Christmas volume of what we have, it'd probably go up to 14 or 15. But
Jesus
anything that you
Christ.
could, yeah. So I always say this. This is important, because a lot of people get very impatient about a margin, and this is to anybody that's doing e-commerce. Like everybody is like really spoiled. Like you get kind of like on dropshipping, you get like a spoiled brat kind of mentality where it's just like I can only make like 20 or 30%, like period.
Yeah.
And it's just like, for me, the reason why I can scale it, and it's actually just it ends up being able to scale faster and just be able to be more consistent. Where you're just like, look, let's just at least try to get 10%, okay? Or let's at least like get a set number that's like scalable at a consistent rate, and it'll just skyrocket it at like a really high, fast pace, and just be able to control that number. I mean, Mark Cuban will say it. Any famous person will be like, if you can control a margin, you can control the world in a sense. So it's just like
Right.
you've got so much power in just a margin. If that margin compared to like a 20 or 30 is literally scalable to an infinity number,
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want. So
I,
it's just a matter of raising the capital and being resourceful, obviously. But
right. So that's the next thing I was going to ask you. So Amazon pays every 2 weeks, right? I know, like a lot of the people who watch, most of these people watching this are not going to be able to scale to selling 3 million a year because you need the capital, right? But okay, two things. When you started, how long did it take to scale to selling 3 million? Well, I guess if you did it for 2 years, it took you 6 months, right? Because how long it took you to be able to scale, and then that's one. Like, where did you get the capital from, if you don't mind me asking? Is it credit cards? And then how much capital do you think someone needs? And I'm asking this because I mentioned in one of the videos that we're going to put out like some sort of training so we could help people get into Amazon. But there's only a small percentage of people that would even, like, it's going to be expensive to join, obviously, because you're going to make a lot of money. But for someone getting into Amazon that wants to scale, what is a good place to start? Where did you start? Did you get investors eventually? I'm just trying to. Hello?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, we chat off and on, but a lot of that stuff I just didn't know. But that's interesting. So, okay, how far do you think you could take this? Okay, two things. Let me go back. So before like I've had some people saying Amazon does not allow drop shipping, right?
Right.
What do you say to
It's
that?
not necessarily allowed. I mean, again, gotten a lot harder. So, I mean, for a lot of the people, it's weird. It's not even just the fact that they don't allow drop shipping. The newer accounts on Amazon have gotten a lot stricter. Like now, they're requiring if you open up a new account, you need a photo ID. You need like sales. You need to actually give them like a picture screenshot of your like business license,
Wow.
sometimes like extra documentation, driver's license. I've seen now. They're asking for more. The people that already have their accounts that are just sitting, which I know a lot of people just have Amazon accounts for like 10 years and they're just sitting there.
Right.
Those people are actually kind of locked in. So if you have an account, you're just failing miserably, or you had one and you tried it and you're just like, no, this isn't the thing. You actually have something, it's kind of a little bit more precious because it's not going to be as difficult to kind of get into the groove and find it if you know what you're doing. Actually, it's just the people that will probably see the most. It's that layer of difficulty. It'll just be a little bit of a wall to kind of get over because you're gonna have to give them all this stuff.
Yeah.
But other than that, if you can get past that, it'll be a lot easier. But as far as being legal, um,
I mean, it's not illegal, right? But like,
it's great. I mean, of course, it's not illegal, but remember, like,
with
it's one of
Amazon
those
is.
things where, like, Walmart's 100%. Like, if you're talking about like Walmart or some of the like retailers, they're all for it. I mean, I've talked to the legal teams, and tax exempt teams and stuff like that, and people like that, and they're like, oh, we have no problem with it, but because of course, but at the same time, like, at the end of the day, Amazon doesn't want they're being more protective for their buyers. So it's
Right.
just like you don't want to have all this anything crazy or whatever, where they're having mad complaints. At the end of the day, though, I mean the customers don't really care that much in the long run, but you do have to kind of worry about it. If you're in the beginning, it's a little bit of a grind. So yeah.
And how far, like, how far you think you could scale this?
I mean, again, I feel like it's a little bit of a limitation of like you kind of want to scale it, to infinity, but it's just going to be something where, I mean, we've gotten to a really high level. I think out of anybody that I know of, even in DSD and stuff like that, I don't know anybody that does more than what we do.
No.
Like if
Like, I don't know. I don't like. I get emails all the time, and like I haven't seen anyone that's even close, right? Like I've spoken to a lot of people, and I've even been to some of these conferences that I have in Vegas and shit over the years, and I have never seen anyone that's been fucking close to what you guys are doing.
Right, not our model. Our model is the hardest to scale. It's actually one of the hardest just because of the fact that you have so many variables. So there's
Yeah.
like not just your the software, some of the software glitches or some of the issues you might have there. Maybe some of the, if getting your team, your VAs and stuff like that, virtual assistants, getting the correct amount of like research for marketing stuff like that.
Okay, so wait, stop. So back to the virtual. How many virtual assistants do you have to get to 3 million half a year?
How many? What is it?
Virtual assistants, VAs.
Well, our team has about I want to say like 70 or something around that, but like that doesn't necessarily like make the sales.
No, but that's also
I'm not saying like, hey, look, you have to do this to have these sales. That's not what I'm
no,
saying.
but that's also not just your account, right? You're saying 70,
Right, of
but
course.
how many?
No, no, no. But it's like yeah, it's like 10 people. So yeah.
Right. So okay, on with all the accounts, how much you with those 70 people, how much you think you all are selling a year? Like this year, what do you think you will hit with all the accounts? Yeah.
With all of them, I mean, we'll probably do everything combined. I mean, I would say at least 50 million combined. So
Jesus Christ.
at least that. I mean, I hope.
Fuck yeah, because your account would hit 5 million. Jesus Christ.
No, my account's not going to do 5 million this year. This year, I'm going to do if my projection, because basically this like it boils down to this: what you do from like October to December is what you do the entire year. So
Mm.
like that, and I've already seen that, and I'll prove it if I have to, maybe later.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm literally, I could rewatch this video, or we can do it. Nothing. We can pull this back up, and I'll just prove a point.
Yeah.
But what happens from October to December is literally what's going to happen from the whole year. So let's just say, okay, if I'm at almost 3 million now, okay, there's a few other variables, but just the base of this, the trajectory of what's happening now. I mean, I would say at least, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say at least 7 million by then, and then I'm gonna say,
Wow.
I'll say 11 million for my account. I'll say 11 million.
Yeah.
So that's what I think that
Fuck.
if I just be honest with it, it's going to be anywhere from 11 to 12 million for annually for 2017.
That's fucking nuts.
But that's if we don't do any more listings or nothing.
Yeah.
That's why everybody thinks more like this. And
Yeah.
like I think like factoring in like if I'm making a certain amount of income or I have a certain amount of sales, it's like everyone thinks like a straight line, and it's like I always have to think like I look vertically. Vertically
Yeah.
is the best thing because it's like everything's compounding. You have more resources. You have more available to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
More VAs is an important thing too, and then better software. Better software allows, and then more things that you can scale up with. So it's there's a lot of factors.
And what I mean, we're not going to talk about this in detail. I mentioned before that we're going to do some sort of training and offer some sort of training. But and I mentioned this to you before, but I think with the training, the same thing basically you did with my account, where we build it for them. We'll figure it out. But I just wanted to like this to be a kind of lead up to like look out for whatever we offer, because I know there are some people that watch this that have the resources, have really good credit, and we could scale their account also. But what? Okay, how long we've been working on my account? Because that account has like 72,030 days, but it's not that long. That had to be what, like 3 months ago?
Yeah, and that was more so just the setup. So, like I said, once it actually ended up getting everything situated, because we did take a time where
Yeah.
you even know this, where it was just like, okay, well, we need this, we need this, we need this, and then we can go ahead and start. By the time we actually did start, it was just like, we actually started rolling and getting things in the momentum on it. It's really only been though a solid month and some change.
That's crazy. So okay, that's fucking nuts. So how long does the setup usually take? And I ask that because and I bring this up here because when we offer the service or whatever, that's a question that a lot of people ask, right? But how long does this setup? I know you have to incorporate and do the tax exempt and all that shit. How long does that process take?
It depends, where obviously like what they want and how fast they want to scale and how much money they have coming into the ballpark. Because again, if you have a little bit of leverage, it can make things a little bit quicker. So we have people that come in and already have a little bit more money, and they can scale a little bit faster, and then therefore it doesn't really, there's no like hesitation. So
Right, right.
it can make things a snap of the fingers compared to pretty much just it'll take a lot longer.
No, but I think we should. I mean, when we offer this service, I think we should only take people that have that money to start, right? That have like 60 grand in credit or whatever it is to start. Or is
Yeah. I mean, even that. I mean, like I said, I create resources on the fly for myself. I can make suggestions, obviously. However, it's just something where it does give more momentum, where I don't have to do that for somebody just from the get go, because of the fact that it just makes it a little bit harder sometimes. Outside of me, so like for instance, if that person already had a little bit to work with, it makes things a lot quicker. So I mean, that is
okay, okay. All right, yeah. I mean, I don't want to keep you too long. It's been like 30 minutes already, right? So I just wanted to like talk to you, share your sales, so people know that this Matt dude is real, and it's not like some genie or some like the Wizard of Oz that I go like talk to late at night. But yeah, so yeah. Thanks for your time. I'll share this video, and I mean, I know I'm going to get a lot of comments and questions, and so hopefully we could do another video in like a week or two, just to share, and I'll be sharing like the progress that we have with that account that we're working on, and the software again. This the DSUni software for Amazon. I will send you the account so you can test it. And so basically, we're making the software to duplicate, not to duplicate, but to speed up the process that Matt has already with his team, and so we'll be selling that, and we'll be having a service to get the account set up and get you running. Because basically, my account, what I did is when I first started, like Matt and he created some training videos for me, and I started to list myself in the videos as some of you guys would have seen, and then I was just like, okay, I know now it works. Now let me just give the account to Matt and let them do their shit, and that's kind of how the scaling went, right? So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for your time, Matt. I'll hit you when we come off this call. I'll just send you a message. We were talking about that stuff I want you to do for me, the tax exempt stuff, and yeah. So yeah, I'll later, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Look in the description for free shit. Matt, I'll talk to you in a second. Later.